In a previous video, we looked at the influence triangle, which is a way to measure how much influence someone or something has on a child's life. One of the primary factors in the triangle is the amount of time you spend with a child. So, in this video, I'm going to offer 12 quick suggestions of things that you can do to spend time with your kids. Now, before I jump into these suggestions, let me clarify what kind of a parent I'm talking to in these videos. If you think of parenting as a spectrum, way off on one side are parents that are too involved and spend too much time with their kids. These parents are commonly called helicopter parents because they hover over their kids, always watching, always protecting, and ultimately preventing the child from ever becoming independent. That is not the type of parent I'm addressing in this video. We will talk about helicopter parenting in a future video, but not this one. So if helicopter parents are way on one side of the spectrum, far on the other side of the spectrum are hands-off parents. These parents are often busy with work or other activities and struggle to spend any meaningful amount of time with their kids. This video is aimed at helping parents that lean towards the hands-off end of the spectrum, like myself. I suggest that you try one or two of these ideas, both so that you can grow closer to your children and increase your influence with them. Now, these ideas will work better or worse depending on the age of your children, so use your best judgment. Here are 12 things you can do to spend more time with your kids. Number 1, have supper together as a family, without phones. If you're not sure what to talk about, ask your kids to share one high point and one low point from their day. This makes for good conversation and family bonding. Number 2, run errands with your children. If you sell it, you can turn a mundane errand into a coveted and magical event for kids. It will make the trip more fun for you and meaningful for them. Number 3, be present when you are home. Force yourself to leave work at work, or at least put it aside until the kids are in bed. Get off your phone, and then show an interest for what they are interested in. I admit, this is a hard one for me. It's difficult for me to leave work at work, but it is worth it. Number 4, go on monthly dates with your kids. These don't have to be expensive, just something to make your child feel valued and give you an opportunity to talk. Number 5, exercise together. Kids have lots of energy and generally enjoy being active. Plus, they can keep you accountable and in shape. In our house, my oldest son rides his bike along with me when I go jogging. Number 6, family movie nights with popcorn. Use this opportunity to snuggle with your kids, and afterward you can discuss scenes from the movie and how they relate to your Christian worldview. Number 7, tuck your kids in. Bedtime can be magical for kids. Read them a story, sing them a song, pray with them, etc. Number 8, play together outside. Play catch, shoot some hoops, go to a park, pick some flowers, fly a kite, go fishing. The sky's the limit. Number 9, build, make, or cook something together. Build a treehouse or a birdhouse. Make Christmas decorations or crafts. Bake cupcakes and then take some to your neighbors. This can be a great way to bond with your kids and reach out to your neighbors. Number 10, go to a concert, a musical, or a sporting event. Number 11, get a manicure or pedicure together. I'm thinking primarily of moms and daughters here, but I'll leave that up to you. And number 12, play a board game together. This is probably my favorite of all the suggestions. By the way, board game does not mean Monopoly. You can play Monopoly if you want, but I think there are much better games out there now. Instead of recommending a book this week, I will be recommending a series of cooperative board games that you can play as a family. By cooperative, it means instead of all the players fighting against each other, everyone who's playing works as a team to fight against the board. So you all either win together or lose together. It's a great way not only to build teamwork, but also critical thinking. I'll be presenting these games from simplest to most complex. So first up is 5-Minute Dungeon, where you are going into a dungeon, fighting all sorts of monsters. You're working together, laying your cards down, trying to overcome obstacles. It does take 5 minutes per round, which the rounds are timed. So if you get stressed out with that sort of a time frame, then this might not be the game for you. But if you like fast-paced, chaotic games, you'll probably like it. Next up is Castle Panic. You are a group of knights defending your castle from the hordes of monsters. You have a castle in the center of the board. Monsters come in from the sides. You have to take them out with your troops before they get to the castle and destroy it. Next up is Forbidden Island. You're a group of adventurers trying to find treasure on an island before the island sinks. Next is Forbidden Desert, which is a sequel to Forbidden Island. Similar concept, only you're working together to try to find your way out of a desert. Another medium difficulty game is Flashpoint Fire Rescue. Each person is a different firefighter. You go in to explore a burning building, trying to rescue everyone before the building collapses. A game that's slightly more difficult is Marvel's Legendary. You play as a group of Marvel superheroes trying to defend your city from villains. This is a deck building game, for those of you who are familiar with that. Another cooperative superhero game is Sentinels of the Multiverse. Each player is a different superhero, again, fighting off bad guys. Many expansions for this, just like there's many expansions for Legendary. Last and most difficult of the cooperative games that I brought is Pandemic. In this game, there is a worldwide pandemic going on. Each individual player is a member of the CDC. You have to travel across the globe trying to stop the disease from spreading. This game is hard. You will lose a lot. It really forces you to work together. Great for teamwork. Even if board games aren't your thing, I hope that some of the other suggestions from this video have been helpful to you. And I pray that this week you would be intentional about spending time with your kids.